a ventilator yet?
No, the Democratic Party is convening to figure out whether they want to drop her or not, pick somebody else
No.
like Biden or
Are they?
uh, yeah,
Oh, really?
for reals,
For reals, or real?
for reals. Mainstream media reported it, so you gotta believe it.
Have to believe it.
They're not gonna drop her 50-something days before an election.
Well, they could. It's just a matter if they bring in Biden. You know, he's going to get all of her votes.
She's gonna drop herself.
I don't think so.
Yep, she's gonna be making a speech and then start convulsing and shit and smack her head on the podium. That
Did
guy
you see
didn't
the
get to it
video?
fast enough.
Did
Yeah,
you see the video of her yesterday?
yeah.
Yeah, she almost fucking fell face first into that fucking van.
Yeah, like if it was only the video, if it wasn't all the shit before that that had people wondering, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I mean, people, you could have low blood sugar and fucking pass out. That's nothing. But the fact that they're
Yeah.
not saying it, the fact that they're not saying anything is what. I mean, you have to wonder at that point, why aren't they saying anything? If she's really healthy, why not just like go, hey, here, I'm healthy, fuck all of you. So you have to assume something's wrong.
And this is the first 2 weeks she's even been in the media spotlight in the past 9 months. She's even been out, you know, among people giving speeches and whatnot. No.
The stress is inflaming her mega infected cunt infection. Mega thunder cunt, whatever the fuck he says she is.
The Maggie Mightomorphin Gangrous Thunder King.
Yep.
Popping bottles, all that. Something, all that.
I want a white AR. Every year.
White AR.
Every year. I go through this.
Every year, there are thousands of white ARs out there not getting put into homes. Dude, just buy a white AR, or take one of your ARs, like your Jack, and go get it Cera-coated or Dura-coated white.
I think I'm just going to build a new one that's white.
Or do that. Make it all white, so that way it'll be all right.
Do you guys turn your gun channel shirts inside out when washing them?
It'll never jam.
I don't own any gun channel shirts. Which one of these fucking codes is the UPC code?
The one under the bars.
Well, there's 2 sets of bars.
Well, I don't know then. The bigger one? Ill-mannered gun runner has some sweet pictures.
Oh, what the fuck's Dead Horse?
He left like a bitch. Check out my mini 14s. You got a side folder mini 14?
Me?
Yeah.
What are you talking, like Butler Creek side folder or something?
Like the factory one.
What you talking about, Willis?
The one I got was that tactical one, and it came with the stupid, what's the name of that stock company?
Archangel?
No, it wasn't Archangel. It came with the side folding stock. ATI.
ATI. I hate their stocks.
Yeah.
It was collapsible and side folding.
No. Yes.
Yeah, I can't stand that stock.
Yep, it came right out of there, and I found a
I
Mini
bought it for
14.
an AK once. It was like the biggest stock mistake of my life.
Yeah, as soon as I got it, I went online and bought a Mini 14 Woodstock, and that's what it's in. That's
It
what
adds
it's
like
saying.
3 inches of length of pull.
The ATI stock.
Yeah. That big thing that sticks out of the end of your gun, and then the hinge.
Yeah, that hinge sucks.
What the fuck? God damn it. Piece of shit.
I wouldn't
Fucking
mind.
Leopold is like, yo, we're not giving you your money until you like send us a scanned image of your UPC code and a scanned image of the invoice for this fucking thing you purchased.
What?
Leopold's being a cunt.
What did you purchase?
One of their fucking scopes.
And you got
3
it
to
already?
9?
Yeah, I bought the 3 to 9 one.
And you
Yeah.
got it already, and you won't be returning it?
No, they're running a fucking thing. They're like, yo, buy our shit and we'll give you $50 back.
Okay.
Oh, so you just have to like give them your UPC code to get the rebate. That's all.
Yeah,
Well, you got to wait till you get it then, do you not?
I have it in my hands right now. But they're like, you need to scan in an image of your UPC code. You
Still
also
your
need your fucking invoice.
Why is that so hard?
Because it's fucking
I know.
gay. Just give me my goddamn money.
It makes sense. I mean, they know you bought it. You bought it.
No, I know. But isn't that rebate a mail-in rebate, or is that straight from where you got it from?
No, it's I fucking just contact Leopold, fill out their form.
And they send you a check?
They should.
Yeah, in like 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, in a year I'll maybe get a check.
8 to 36 months. I need a Colt 1911. I don't care who wins the election.
What you need is an AR-15 in white.
That too.
Twitter, stop telling me who to follow. I don't know these motherfuckers. Also, I have to keep reminding myself in my head that we're live.
Are we live?
We are live.
Yeah.
I have to keep reminding myself of that so I don't use any racial terms.
Wait, how long ago did we go live? Because it was dead when it wasn't.
No,
live
it
when I
was
got in
it
here.
was live when you were. I think it's been live since you came in.
Oh, at least I haven't said anything.
Me either.
Yeah.
But I like how everyone's pretending to be responsible about this.
I'm just making the comment that I just have to keep reminding myself not to say any racial slurs.
Oh. You're not a racist.
Because I almost called Leopold a bunch of dirty slopes.
Yeah,
That would have been bad.
that would have been terrible to say that live, man.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you didn't.
I know. I should get a medal.
It was a good thing.
Yep.
Ay.
Did this go to my desktop? Where the fuck are you? Cool. I love it. Please give me more. Stop fucking downloading the wrong goddamn picture, you fucking slant.
You're fucking deplorable.
Yeah,
We're all deplorable, I
only
think.
only a little.
Yo, Flippy's in this what I like to call a basket of deplorables.
Just the basket?
Just a basket.
Flippy's
I was
like
gonna-
the president of the basket of deplorables.
I think I need a multicam AR too.
I was
You need
gonna
that
put
one
a
that
thing on. I was gonna put a thing on Facebook today that said, "I may be a deplorable, but I will never vote for that cunt." But I couldn't. I have family and stuff on there, so
Glad you didn't.
Yeah.
That was pretty
then-
lame.
Yeah.
all right, we'll come up with something better. and
Bernie
I'll post it.
Bernie's gonna be our president.
Feel the burn.
Everybody's gonna
Yo,
burn.
motherfuckery. I just... Oh, you can suck my cock.
Yeah.
Why
again,
is this
like-
site so fucking slow?
What'd you buy from Leopold anyway?
I bought a scope.
Yeah, I didn't think you bought a coffee machine from them. I meant
What are
which
you putting
one?
that scope? What are you putting that scope on?
I'll
Yeah.
probably put it on AR. And then put my one that's already on the AR onto the PTR 91.
A 16-inch.
What, the AR? Yeah, it's 16-inch.
And what's the PTR 91?
A 308,
Oh,
an 18-inch.
It's a G3.
Nah, it's fly like a G6. Like a G6. Fly like a G6. A G6. This is how the young people would say it from that song.
Yeah, it's a G3. Anyway,
Anyway, trying to get away from this stupid conversation, but still failing at trying to get away. So what's new? What's cool? What's hip? What's jiggy?
I hear that Ruger American pistol is.
nah, it's
I hear they're making a full size because the first one was their compact.
Interesting.
was it?
I wasn't listening. What was? Is?
Who knows? What just happened?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I think we were talking about naggers. You know, people
About-
who nag a lot.
Oh, naggers.
What was that thing that Yankee was saying a little while back that was like, I can't believe he just said that. Was it like knickers?
Knickers? Like,
Yeah.
don't get your knickers in a bunch?
Yeah. And then everyone's like, Yankee's a racist.
Oh, shit. Yankees put out quite a few videos lately. I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, but they're kind of shit posting.
They're kind of wet.
They're kind of like. I mean, his last video is like not really a video.
No, there's a couple that he's done about the BLM that I was curious about his point of view.
Oh, that, yeah.
Also, can I just point out that I hate how
He-
many
he
fucking
sends the
BLMs there
money.
are?
He sends them money every week.
Does he?
Like it makes it
Sends
really
The
confusing.
BLM, 50% of his YouTube proceeds.
Oh,
Yeah, it makes it really confusing when there's Black Lives Matter and whatever the fuck the BLM is.
The Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah. Because both are bad. And both keep getting brought up. And I keep getting confused as to which one's which.
Well, when does the Bureau of Land Management keep getting brought up?
Because I don't know. They
Because the
keep
pipeline
being
thing.
dickbags. Yeah.
Oh, well, I heard that the Indian reservations their appeal was denied, so
Well,
work is
good.
continuing.
Fuck them. Work should continue.
That's their burial ground.
Everywhere is their burial ground.
They should be fucking shooting our authorities up there with AR-15s
What?
to defend their burial ground.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. Everywhere is their burial ground. Like, everything to them is sacred ground. I mean, come on now. You people lost.
What did they unearth? Did they unearth anything there?
Yeah.
When digging this pipeline?
Apparently, they just rolled over like a shit ton of land, or a shit ton of like artifacts and shit, and just it's all gone.
No, because when they start digging that shit, they keep an eye out for that shit, and it shuts them down. They have archaeologists on staff, especially when they're going through Indian reservations. So I'm just curious if it was a burial ground, or if they just unearthed a fucking bowl or what. Because that shit's happened here when they were building our freeways. They dig up a old Indian wooden bowl or something, and they'd have to shut down the project until they were able to get it identified, and then talk with the Indian reservation, and then basically they would put it give it to the Indian reservation, and they would continue work.
This is where the sky tubes would come in handy.
The sky tubes.
Robbie out in chat. I mean, I'm not going to claim him. Someone out in chat said they found empty booze bottles on the reservation. That's why the Indians are all mad.
Oh.
But they're old. They're really old.
They're really old bottles of empty Jack Dagnalls. It's a really old, like, empty bottle of vodka. It was Putin's finest.
I'm not going to get into this one too much because there's people with strong feelings on both sides.
You know what? I try shying away from this one, and it keeps coming back up. I don't... Fuck it. Whatever. I'm a racist. I accept that. I don't give a shit. The Indians lost years ago. They should be happy enough that they're not all dead. I'm tired of fucking the people who lost wars then crying about how evil we are. Fuck you, Japan.
There wasn't a war against the Indians. We bought most of what we have from them.
And yeah. Brandon's like, what the hell did I just come
only
into?
Only the aggressors of our people that already took claim of a territory or bought it from a native tribe warred with Indians. We're not savages.
I mean, even then, like, it's the white man's... Fuck that bullshit. It's your own fucking people's fault. Either one, they should have advanced with the fucking times and got machine guns like the rest of us. Or B, they shouldn't have trusted their fucking elders to, like, not be terrible with money.
I love you, Flippy.
Like, it's dumb. I'm sick of this stupid whiny crap that keeps coming from Indian Nation.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad because they just took probably within the last 3 years $50,000 from me. So if my family has done any injustices towards them, I think I paid them off.
You've paid it all back by now. You're like, yeah, it's good.
Not to mention all the casino money they take from the other white men. So, dude, I have a friend that goes to the casino and loses like $100,000 a month.
It's his fault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
like 100%, they should just be happy that they still have a culture, and that we're still allowing it to exist. Instead of like all this complaining, it's like, oh no, the white man's encroaching on our lands. They're fucking running a tube that brings valuable oil across the nation through our fucking brick shithouse area where we used to fucking poop. That potty bowl over there, that's where I used to poop. They can't have that land. It's like, go fuck yourself. Go find somewhere else to be or stop being annoying.
Flippy, you robot, dude. All you said, like, I'm tired of the white man brick shithouse.
Oh, wait, am I roboting or is Brandon roboting?
You roboted.
Brandon was.
Oh, okay. So my rant got through clear.
I came in the middle, but I'm pretty sure you were racist. Anyway.
That's a safe assumption.
And Desert Eagle to you too, my friend. So I watched the original Jaws last night. Dude, that movie was pretty damn bloody.
Dude, not to mention, the bitch at the beginning is like super naked with her tits out on camera and everything.
Yeah, you can see her nipples.
Yeah. The movie's PG-13, by the way.
No, it's still PG. IMDb, dude.
I was back before they really fucked up the rating systems, huh?
Well, no, that movie was initially rated R, and then later they dropped its rating to PG.
Oh.
Because they didn't have PG-13 back then. Did you know that the MPAA is just a group of parents that sit around at a table and watch a movie, and then, you know, they're like, okay, well, yeah, this should be rated this.
Yeah, well, it's also self-regulation. The government did not put that group forward. That group put itself forward. It's the movie industry, like, self-regulating itself. So I have no issue with that. I would 100% rather have an industry regulate its own morals versus the government coming in and being like, nope, this movie's too evil.
People are pretty capable of regulating themselves.
Just
I mean,
like I love the ESRB.
Ever see that rated R documentary on Netflix? I don't know if it's on there anymore, but it was on there like 2 years ago. It was about the rating system and the testers, the test audiences and stuff, and how they ruin every movie. Pretty much.
Well, the first game that came out that caused the rating system was Night Trap for Sega CD.
Yeah.
And then they came out with MA-17, and then they came out with MA-13, and then, you know, I think, what was the lower one for that? I think it was like it was before all the, like, everyone ratings and the mature ratings and stuff, but the original game rating was MA-17, and that the games that were rated that was Mortal Kombat, Lethal Enforcers, Night Trap, Super Shark.
What was that Rockstar game with the riots and shit?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was M.
State of Emergency?
Yeah, State of Emergency. That game was a lot of fun.
Mature.
Yeah, that was absolutely M.
A
lot of people whine about that.
I remember when I went to Toys R Us and they had Night Trap, the original there. I remember that there was this kid that wanted to buy it next to me, and my dad was already buying me the game. And his mom was like, I am not going to expose you to nudity. You're 10 years old. You do not need to play games like that. And there was no nudity in the game. But the game was about, like, there was two versions of it. The original version was that you made these traps to kidnap these girls and take their blood, and you were like a vampire. And then they redid the game to where you played as a good guy, and you stopped the people from kidnapping the girls.
Did they make a third game where you're just a dude in a lawn chair watching it happen?
Right. But I think it's stupid when people are like, oh, violent video games make people violent. No.
No.
I mean, I just find it funny that the same arguments that I remember getting used against me as a child whenever like video games are coming out, and that one fucking piece of shit was like that lawyer dude. I can't remember his name. Who had like the hardest fucking boner for Rockstar.
There was a movie about it.
Either way, like I just remember being a kid with like Doom and this shit, and then like fucking people being like, video games are what's causing mass shootings. They're so evil. They're the devil. And now like the same fucking arguments I had to use for video games, I'm basically using for guns.
Bill Paxton and Harry Potter.
Bill Paxton wasn't in Harry Potter, was he?
Harry Potter was the guy, like the lead guy at Rockstar, and Bill Paxton was the lawyer, the religious lawyer guy that tried to take him down or whatever.
Oh, this was a movie?
Yeah.
Rockstar has kind of been the tipping point of all violent video games. Everybody's always gone after Rockstar. It was Leland Yee that started this one campaign in California. He was like, we need to get all these violent video games off the shelf.
Wasn't it Lieberman too? Joseph Lieberman back in the day? Yeah, fuck off.
Bill Clinton. He was part of the getting rid of violent video games.
Yeah, like I remember after fucking whatever that school shooting was. Not
Columbine?
Yeah, Columbine. After Columbine, I remember like there's this big fucking thing where everyone's like, "Oh my god, does your kid play Doom? If your kid play Doom, he's gonna fucking shoot up your school." And it was like, what? It's like I'm fucking. I don't remember what time that was. When was that?
1999.
You have guns and Doom in the house?
Yeah, I was like fucking 9 years old, being like, video games don't make you more violent. That's not true. I just remember having like the same kind of arguments that I'm having now with like anti-gun stuff back then. But this time I actually have like fucking backing behind me because our fucking laws tell me so. Second Amendment, motherfucker.
Right. Well, the reason they couldn't get rid of the video games because it was covered under the First Amendment.
It was just so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first like mature rated game I bought was Mortal Kombat. I remember I was playing with my buddy upstairs. My mom comes in and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "Whoa, language." And then she's like, "No, you're not playing Mortal Kombat in this house." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's go to Gabe's house and play it." And she's like, "You're not playing it there either." She's like, "Does your mother know that you played this game, Gabe?" And he's like, "Yeah, my mom bought it for me." She's like, "Ugh."
It's like, okay, fine. Let's go over to Gabe's house and not play the game. Here's the game, Gabe. It's
What's
like,
up?
Mom, what do you want me to do? Go outside and beat each other with sticks? Like,
Right? I'm like, you're asking a lot of me.
What's up with the Daniel Defense M4V7 rifle?
I don't know, man.
I want to enter this thing to win it.
No, I never enter those. The only thing that I get from those is a bunch of junk mail.
Yeah.
nah, do it. Fucking enter. With it, then spray paint it white.
Yeah.
The Reptile Queen.
If it's free, I definitely spray paint the Daniel Defense white. It comes with an MRO. I'll spray paint that fucker white.
But actually, I had like the same thing happen to me, but it was with Grand Theft Auto. Like my dad, when I got a PlayStation 2, my dad like bought me Grand Theft Auto 3. And he's like, he didn't pay any attention. My dad never paid any attention to shit. And it was like, my dad's like, oh, this game has cars on the front of it. It's probably a racing game. He'll maybe like it. And I like looked at it and I'm like, this is really I'm like, this is fucking cool. And he's like, all right, cool, you're happy, whatever. And then fucked off. So I was like playing it. My buddy comes over. He's like, oh shit, it's Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm like, yeah. So he's playing it. I'm like, here you go, you can play it. I'm gonna go fucking grab a drink or something. I come back and he's like stabbing hookers to death. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of neat. And then my mom walked in while he's like stabbing one hooker to death while trailing blood behind him. Like, because when you step in blood, like left bloody footprints. And my mom had like a shit conniption fit. Like, she lost her mind. She's like, he's stabbing women. There's blood everywhere. He's tracking blood all over the place. This is too violent. How'd you get this game? I'm like, fucking dad bought it. She's like, well, we're gonna have a talk with your father when he gets home. I'm like, all right, fucking whatever. And I'm like, so I picked back up the controller. I started playing. She snatched the controller out of my hands. Fucking, she couldn't figure out how to get the disc out of the system, so she just pulled the cords out the back of the system and just walked away with it. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? She's like, you can have this. She's like, you can have this when your dad comes home. And we forgot to get the fucking disc out.
That game was fun, but when Vice City came out, that was like the best Grand Theft Auto ever.
No, when your dad got home, did you just bring that console back to you with the game inside?
I hate that they make you play the freaking missions in order to like get guns and stuff.
Yeah, I just like the atmosphere and the soundtrack and stuff because I grew up in the 80s and it was fucking awesome.
You're all Duran Duran is my life.
It was awesome. I still play it on my phone. Here and there. What are you doing? Watching the chat from earlier? Watching the show, the Daily Show? Oh.
I'm just gonna let it play. All right, catch it.
We can hear it. You're infringing on G-Web's copyright rights.
No, I'm not.
Nah, actually, Smeggy is.
He wants these things to be listened to. I think that's the whole point, is it not?
Dude, I was like really pissed off all day today. Like everybody was pissing me off.
You think I got a chance of winning if I put the thing that says I can't support the pro-gun rights work? What the fuck? Today, but please enter me in the giveaway anyway.
Yeah, I hate it when they ask you for money.
I'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll pay you in the giveaway. Who is this? Oh, Firearms Policy Coalition.
So why do you want a white AR, Moon? Do you want a ghost
Sorry,
AR?
my wife just called me.
So
Like,
now?
I said, why do you want a white AR? Do you want a ghost gun?
A ghost gun?
The hell would want a white AR-15?
a white supremacist.
Sieg Heil.
Black people, because they like white things. Because
I
they
finally
wish they were
watched
white.
Star Wars. I finally watched the new Star Wars because it came on Stars.
Oh, nice.
I want some stars.
Oh,
Yeah, my wife
oh,
just
the-
called me up, and she's like, do you want anything for dinner? I'm like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, I bought you a present. And I'm like, is it a gun? And she's like, no. I'm like, is it a magazine? Like, are they gun magazines for, like, my Glock or any of my other guns? She's like, no. I'm like, well, is it bullets? And she's like, it's not gun-related. I'm like, are they tits? And she's like, wait, how'd you know? And I'm like, wait, are they bigger or smaller? And she's like, no, they're not mine. And I'm like, all right, now I'm confused. She's like, you'll see when you get home, when I get home. And I'm like, okay.
She's bringing a friend home.
I guess so. It's happening. I'm excited.
That's what it sounds like.
Praise the Jesus.
I don't know, man. This thing sounds fishy to me.
Nah, Flippy's gonna drop out of this hangout in about 30 minutes, and he's gonna be gone all night.
Nah, I'll be gone for like 5 minutes. And then come back. 2 of those minutes is to get myself a nice glass of orange juice, because nothing is more refreshing after banging the shit out of someone than a hearty glass of OJ.
Yeah, that's true, man.
With the pulp.
What am I, a fucking animal? Nah, no pope.
No, not the Pope.
No pope. Not-
Yeah, it's pulp. Extra pulp.
I need
Pulp is
extra.
shit.
I need extra pope in my drink. If there isn't a picture of fucking like John Paul III on my fucking OJ glass, it's not good enough.
Yep. Extra Pope. Bitches.
But yeah, no, like it was great. Because then when my dad came home that night, my dad's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Enter to win. There's
And
no
my mom's like-
mission.
my mom like whipped out the PlayStation 2, and she's like, he had this Grand Theft Auto 3 game, and says you bought it for him. And he's like, I bought him a video game, yeah. What? Is there a problem? And she's like, yeah, it's this game, it's like super evil. Did you not read the fucking like back of the box? And he's like, nah, who the fuck reads the back of the box? And she started getting like mad at him. So he instantly just looks at me and just shakes his head. I'm like, don't you do it. And he's like, the boy put me up to it and told me that it was fine. He lied to me. I'm like, you motherfucker. Who's like, she fucking got pissed. She never got, like, she didn't pull the game out of the system. She's like, I'm just going to keep this system from you for a fucking week because you're grounded. You're not playing this video game or these video games. And, like, she walks off with it. I, like, look at my dad. Like, Dad, why? And he just looks at me. He's like, I'm not going to fucking deal with her bitching at me all night.
I'm not fighting this one for you, son.
Well, no, because, like, he fucking threw me under the bus, like, hardcore. Because he blamed me on the whole
back?
I got it back. I got back after
probably
a week,
2 days later.
Nah, I got it back after a week, but she forgot to pull the game out of it, so I had the game again. So I'm like, all right, I'm only playing this at night when they're fucking asleep.
They want my phone number, so I don't think I'm gonna enter.
You should totally enter. Dude, it's just a phone number. What are they going to do, call you?
What are you trying to enter, dude?
To win
Katie
the
Hudson?
standing defense.
A what?
And her.
Mary Kate and Ashley?
Oh,
I don't know about them.
yeah, they're kind of fucked up these days, I think.
I'll give her my girlfriend's phone number.
So, Moon, what are you trying to win?
Daniel Defense M4V7
Oh, shit. Well, that's worth giving them your phone number, ain't it?
with an MRO. Yeah, if I want it.
Well, yeah. How are you gonna know if you want it or not if you don't give them your phone number?
Well, they won't even let me enter unless I give them my phone number. Yo, my phone, anyway, every time like a telemarketer calls, my phone will tell me.
It'll tell you it's a telemarketer.
Yeah, if it can like recognize it, it'll tell me, and then it'll like ask me a question, yes or no, and it'll say it'll warn others of that number. It'll help warn others of that number. So the more that number gets a telemarketer, like a hit on it, on the feedback, next time that number calls somebody, the more likely it is to pop up on your phone as spam. And then you can just deny the call or whatever.
I rarely get telemarketers on my phone, on my cell phone, but get them all the time at home. I actually like picking the phone up and telling them to take me off their fucking list, because that's the only thing you can do to get them to stop.
Or just not have a house phone. That works too.
Yeah, you could do that too, I guess.
Why the fuck would anyone in 2016 have a house phone?
Exactly.
Alright, so if you don't have a house phone, your cell phone is going to be your only phone, so...
Nope.
Yeah,
So
you're going to get some calls on that.
I still get
you don't.
telemarketers.
Yeah, and then you just
Get
hang up
denied.
and then move on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you just pick it up and hang up, and don't tell them to take them off their fucking list, take you off their list, they're just going to call right back.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at your phone and it says 1-800, you just don't fucking answer your phone.
1-800 phone load.
Yeah.
Or if it's unknown coming from some state you don't even know anybody in, and fucking
Yeah, just
decline.
again, ignore it.
What if you placed an order for a upper and it was going through a state that...
Well, why the fuck would that
Whatever
state
happened,
call you
and-
up? Why would they call you?
I'm just throwing shit out there, dude.
To answer the question, why would they call you?
Why would they call you? Okay,
I
let's
enter.
see.
I will
If
win.
they...
The correct
Please.
answer is they won't call you. They'll send you an email if there's anything wrong with it.
No me chingas.
Hmm?
I will paint this
for no
dang
reason.
defense white.
A company will never call you for any reason.
Oh, you can't say that.
I can 100% say that with
No,
like
you
literally
can't.
utmost certainty.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's not. Dude, Flippy's been on a roll lately, haven't you know?
Oh yeah, he's on his Flippy is right tour, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He's still on that. Gonna be on that for a
Technically,
while.
That hasn't even kicked off yet. That doesn't kick off until fucking Trump becomes president.
Oh Jesus.
So what happens if
are
he
we in
doesn't?
for then?
So
Is he
what?
gonna be changed? What happens if he doesn't? Is it gonna be changed to Flippy is right sometimes tour?
Nah, it's
No,
just
it's going to be
it's going to
Flippy is
die.
now fucking wrong. All
It's
the
going to
time.
just be like, whatever. Fun. I literally have nothing to lose. Like, it's the greatest.
God, I hope.
I always win.
A man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous.
I think this V7 looks like it had. I don't know.
I think I should buy this chat pad, but I don't want the headset it comes with. Is there a cheaper version without a headset?
Yeah, Turtle Beach.
What is a chat pad?
It's a little thing that plugs into the bottom of your Xbox One controller, and it has a keyboard on it, so I can just tippity type.
It's a 16-inch barrel. Yeah. Meh. It's an expensive
Come over
rifle.
tonight. If you want. You down for Xbox and Netflix?
Some Xbox and chill.
I was about to say, because that first one sounded like, come over. It's like, damn, dude. I see things are fucking progressing really quickly there. And then the instant rebuttal of, if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she just replied, absolutely. But I gotta wait for Hosh to come in here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Dude, think about the future. He's like fucking Jack Nicholson from Batman. Hey, Eckhart, think about the future.
Well, he's not completely wrong.
But there is no fate for what we make for. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Connor.
Or the fate that others make for us.
Dude, I saw the video of Hillary like fainting. That was so awesome.
Don't you wish that her Secret Service was just a few more feet away and she actually hit the ground?
Yeah. I wish they were like, oops, I'm so sorry, I couldn't get there quickly.
I just got overcome by the my vagina fumes. Yeah, I got overcome by that. They were very powerful. Mrs. Clinton, what? I mean, did you guys try this latte? It's great.
I think the
You're not
reason
holding
that she
it, man.
fainted is because Hillary needs, I think, approximately 600 souls a day to chew power. Probably only got 5.
Actually, I just thought of something terrible.
Huh.
Debates. She's debating Trump. She's not winning. Trump is, you know, being the champion that we need, not the one we deserve. And then Hillary has a fucking stroke or something, and then fucking collapses on stage. That would actually be terrible.
Why?
Because it would look like Donald Trump pushed her so far over the edge that he actually broke her.
And she'd get the sympathy vote?
Yeah, she would get sympathy out the ass for that one.
Well, maybe they should just dart her like a wild animal.
You know what? I'm going to buy this chat pad just because you told me to.
Oh, what did G-Web say about those shirts?
I haven't talked to G-Web yet. I literally haven't talked to anyone about anything yet. I gotta figure out pricing wise. I gotta figure out a few things.
Did you ever print those Every Second Matters cards for him?
Yeah, you got those.
Hmm.
Wait, how? I don't want to. Fuck. How do I remove the? Whatever. I don't care.
What was that?
I have a $20
Magical sound.
discount, which I think it's my wife's. I'm just gonna use it and then give her $20,
Chipotle.
and then not give her any money.
That was a man doing laundry.
Oh God, Hillary's America's already happening. No, like legit. How? How are you able to do this? It doesn't even make sense. Men are physically incapable to like do laundry.
Yeah, if I don't do it, it just piles up on the floor, and then I gotta walk around naked. So,
Like, that's why homos send all of their shit out to dry cleaners because they just can't do it themselves.
that's expensive.
That's true.
Man
I'm
was
broke.
not built to do laundry. That
I'm
was
broke.
100% a woman's job.
I can't afford to do what all the rich homos do.
Yeah, that 50 cents of meat a week really broke me.
Hottie, you're like going against nature. That's not good.
And I just need a woman in my life to take some of those tasks over.
That's easy enough. Just go find one.
Yeah.
Hit her with a club and then drag her back to your house and tell her that this is her home now.
Flippy told me to do this. He said this is the way it works, and
This
Flippy's
is how
always been
marriage
right.
works.
You guys are so in the basket of deplorables.
So in the basket of Big Club. Or in the pocket of Big Club.
Dude, there's gonna be a movie called like The Deplorables, starring like Donald Trump as like Barney Ross.
I already set it up so that you and Hawaii Volcano Squad can write it. You can be the cinematographer.
I don't think Hawaii and I would actually work together on a screen though.
That'd be why not?
Well, you know, he'd be wanting to do like he'd want to. I don't know. I can see that I would totally like conflict with his style of screenplay. Because you know, when I write a script or do a movie, I get Michael Bay. I become like mini Hitler, and it's as Megan Fox called Michael Bay that one time.
You know, when she lost work in almost all of Hollywood.
Yeah, and then she fucking redeemed herself by doing Ninja Turtles. Not.
Because that was the only Hollywood job she can get after that.
God, dude. Michael Bay was her meal ticket, and she screwed that up.
She was making stupid amounts of money on Transformers.
Mm-hmm. I guess she's a bitch in real life, though. Like, from what I know about her, I guess, like, Shia was saying that she was a terrible person to work with. But from what I also hear, that Shia is not the easiest person to work with either.
That is to say, if you're a homeless person who has a hat that he currently is wearing that, you know, Shai thinks is his.
Just do it.
Yeah, Shia's nuts, dude, but he is a good actor, though. I mean, I saw him in that movie Fury. He was pretty good in that.
Yeah, he was great in Fury.
He actually cut his own face for realism.
Dude, on Fury, like legit, the director made everyone get into a punch out before each filming.
Really?
Yeah. The only rule was that no one could punch fucking what's his face in his fucking face.
Brad
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. No one was allowed to hit Brad Pitt in the face.
Is that why Shane from The Walking Dead looked all fucked up?
Yeah, because legit, every time before they filmed, they fucking went to bare knuckle brawls, like all of them together.
Brad Pitt was like went Fight Club on Shane.
Yeah, they were all just beat the shit out of each other before the filming, and then they would film.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what like a morale building or team building exercise?
Well, they were supposed to be like brothers in the tank, and they were supposed to be like a feuding family. So it had that realism. David Ayer, dude, that guy knows how to make a movie. Say what you will about Sabotage, Flippy, but that was great.
I was not a fan of Sabotage. There was enough to that movie that was just kind of like, I just want this to be over.
Who's in that
while
movie?
watching it. I almost said Donald Trump. Arnold Schwarzenegger. The dude from fucking 13 Hours.
Stealing money.
Yeah, from the cartel, because the cartel killed like his wife, and he's trying to find out who killed his wife in the cartel.
It was decent for like a B movie.
It wasn't a B movie. It had like a lot of actors in there.
Nah, that was a straight up B movie. It was like straight to DVD.
No, it came out in the
theaters.
It
went to theaters.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yep.
months.
Which is what I'm saying. That movie wasn't that great. I didn't really like it.
I saw it on premiere night at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Dude, there was a huge event there.
Yeah, I would have never known.
It was not probably one of David Ayer's best, but I really liked the guns they had in it, and the tactics were actually well done. A lot of the urban combat.
All the guns had those flaming pigs on them.
Yeah, well, they had the diplomats.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie had a fucking
Daniel Defense, didn't he?
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger had a Scar 17 in that movie.
No, that was Grinder, the biker guy.
No, that was straight up Arnold.
No, swear to God, go to Internet Movie Firearms.
I very clearly remember Arnold fucking busting in the first house with the Scar 17.
He used his M4, but then he grabbed Grinder's Scar H, and to shoot the helium or the oxygen tanks to blow up the money, so they couldn't count it. Because when he's walking away, he's like, "Give me that," and he grabbed the freaking Scar and he blew everything up. But yeah, I think he had a Noveski throughout the movie. Or it could have been Daniel Defense. I forget. But no, that's actually no. You know what? He had two. He had the Benelli M4 with the collapsible stock. Which, the one thing about that movie that didn't make sense, and it was because of the rewrite of the screenplay, because of the studio. The original screenplay is that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the bad guy, and he killed off his whole team. But the way they wrote it was that the girl and Terrence Howard killed everyone.
Yeah, here's the scene. It even says, Breacher uses his FN Scar to fire a tracer round.
In the beginning, yeah, in the very beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, but throughout the movie, he didn't use the Scar.
Yeah, they had a mini M4, which was really neat.
The shotgun?
Yeah, the mini M4 Benelli.
No, that one's not available to Americans, right?
No, it's available to Americans. You just have to be a law enforcement officer.
Oh. Because it's because of the length.
The length and the amount of, or the length and the importing on it because of the way it was imported.
Mm. Man, I should have joined the DEA.
Yeah, you could have watched as they put like a dude's head on a turtle and then stuffed the turtle full of C4.
They did that?
That was in fucking Breaking Bad. They did that.
Oh, I just finished watching that show Narcos. Dude, that show's fucking bloody. You know, it's funny. Pablo Escobar would have never made any money if coke was legal.
Yeah. Pretty much all of his money by that point basically came from him sneaking it into the country. Because he started out with just sneaking shit into the country.
I thought you were the kingpin of all that, Flippy.
And that's how I know how he started out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what was Pablo Escobar? That was the Reagan, right?
What? I couldn't tell. You're saying you're roboting.
What was Pablo Escobar? Was that the Reagan years?
Yeah. Yeah, Reagan was actually the one who was like, we need to end this drug conflict with the Mexicans. And then they're going to tear down their wall. I'm very clearly ad-libbing here. Nothing that he actually said.
Reagan was not that great of a president.
Nah, Reagan was a fucking powerhouse and a superhuman. The only thing he fucked up on was the machine gun thing. By signing that piece of shit.
He killed it for generations.
Deplorable defense.
Just think right now, if it wasn't for Reagan, I could go to my gun shop right now and buy an M4.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Reagan, I could turn all of my ARs into machine guns.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what the hell he was thinking when he signed that.
You still can, Flippy. All you gotta do is drill that hole, I think.
And it's actually even easier than that. If you have a CNC machine, you just fucking punch in the information. Have your CNC machine make a what the fuck is it called? A lightning sear? It's like the sear block thing that you can just drop in behind the trigger group.
Those sears are expensive. The auto sears, the transferable ones. I looked one up on Gunbroker for the MP5. It's like $30K. I was like, what?
Yeah, they're expensive.
And like, if it breaks, it's not like you can well. Then again, what Flippy was talking about last night. Because that would actually be like the best idea. Just keep rebuilding it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, how's your M4 lasted, or how's your auto sear lasted like 40 years? I don't know. They've just built it really tough.
Yeah, like again, the auto sear itself, the drop-in one. It's literally just a piece of metal with a spring and a clip. It's like the easiest fucking thing to like have a machine mill out. Like here, this is.
But now you gotta have a CNC machine to do what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, you just go to a machine shop and have it get made. It will take like 5 minutes. Like
Oh, so
literally.
you gotta.
Well, there. That's what it looks like. Just that image. That's just what it is.
Wait, are you screen sharing?
No,
Oh.
I put it in the side.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
easy to make, dude.
Yeah, it's like literally nothing to make. It's literally just a piece of metal with another piece of metal pinned through it and a spring behind it.
Give me a second. I'm gonna jump over there to see what you're talking about.
Because like the trigger group stuff and the safety stuff and all that shit, that's easy. Like you can still buy those and put those in your guns. You just can't have a sear.
I'm trying to find a link.
I have an M16 parts kit in my rifle. I just don't have the... Like, I even have the sear, I just can't freaking throw it in there.
I mean, you could. It would be easy. You just get a drill press and you drill out the hole above the thing.
Hold on.
I don't got a link to the chat in the lobby.
So where are you talking about?
All right, go over. Do you see where your safety selector is?
Yeah.
There's a hole you drill directly above that. I think. Let me look it up because I don't remember.
I'm looking at the picture you posted in the lobby. Is this what you're talking about, dude?
Yep. Yeah. Do you see where it says fire on your safety selector?
Yeah.
Right above the eye, you drill a hole all the way through, and then you just can pin the thing in, and you're done. Also, don't do that.
Yeah.
By making that hole, you've made a machine gun, and the ATF will very happily fucking prosecute you.
Wait, so that's all you got to do is drill a hole through the sides of the lower?
Yeah.
Yep. And then that opens it up so you can put a full auto pin or full auto sear in it easily.
Interesting. Why does that little fucking piece of metal cost $30,000?
Because it was before 86.
No, I know. I'm just...
Yeah, that little chunk, that one means you don't have to have a hole, so you can drop it into any lower. The lowers with the holes, those are registered as the full auto gun. Whereas if you don't have a hole in it, but you have one of those little sear things, the one I put in the side,
right,
that counts as the full auto gun. So that you
And
can actually just drop into any fucking AR you wanted to.
No
and
shit.
You're good. Yeah.
So even without that third hole?
Yeah, that way you don't need a third hole, and it just drops right in.
Yeah,
that's why it's a drop-in auto
housing. Well, we got to get rid of the NFA so we can get shit like this. What up, DB?
What up, dude?
Mim. I'm out looking for Mim. Mim shopping. You know, you guys can't curse in these chats anymore.
We can't.
No, because then Pink can't make thousands and thousands of dollars every chat.
Wait, we can't.
They can't. You can't monetize a chat that has curses in it.
Well, we're fucked.
You know it. Say goodbye to all that sweet YouTube money.
Sorry, Pink.
Were you guys discussing ITAR before? Is this an ITAR chat?
No, we were talking about how to make machine guns.
Yeah, we were telling everybody how easy it is to do it.
Yeah, I think that falls under ITAR.
I wonder how this works.
Well, Robbie's on point out in the chat. He says, remove one dumb law at a time, like they were added. Remove the sporting clause of the GCA 68, and then the Hughes A Amendment, or Hughes A Act, whatever.
So this law was named after somebody, right? So who the hell is Hughes? I'm sure it's somebody that was shot. They always name shit like that after somebody was blasted.
I think this guy was a senator or something, congressman.
You notice that like nobody cares about anything until it's like a senator or a congressman's kid or something like that that gets hurt.
I'm just curious, DB, what the fuck's Aleppo?
That's my weed dealer. He'll be here in a minute. Are you straight? You want anything? He's got that loud.
I'm straight for right now, man.
He's
Thanks.
got that loud pack.
Hey, DB,
Yeah.
have you heard of our Congress Dark Knight that Gary Johnson is Two-Face?
Did you know Gary Johnson was like, excuse me, you mean undocumented workers? Because he's like, you know what you said was offensive and stuff. Man, Gary Johnson's awesome, man. I'm voting for him.
Hey,
but the next time someone says that,
vote for Trump. That's what all the Hillary supporters keep telling me. No, seriously, there's a dude at work who's a big Hillary dude, and it's like, yeah, keep voting for your dude, and Trump's gonna frickin' win. And I'm like, well, that sounds like an endorsement to me.
Yeah, these new three-way polls. It's funny because when they do a two-way poll, she's up by like 3 or 4 points, and when they do a four-way with Jill Green or whatever her name, it's Green and Johnson. When they do a four-way, then she's down, like, or it's too close to call or whatever. So anyway, you're right. I was gonna say next time someone says that stuff about the undocumented stuff, I would just ask them, can you tell me what year we went from illegal immigrant to undocumented? I just want to know the year, like, that change happened. That's all.
Well, can we compromise and say undocumented illegal?
That's true. Same thing, right?
Or illegally undocumented?
How about mystery meat?
Illegally undocumented.
When did we start calling cheeseburgers from Burger King mystery meat? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I'm always curious about the history. The history of undocumented immigrant. I would say it's less than 4 years old, probably maybe 6.
Well, there's a big thing, and I forget who said this, some like psychiatry person or whatever, but the quote something like, if you can control the language that people think in, you can control the way people think.
Yeah.
And it's straight up, like, when you start not just like correcting people of what they say, but when those people themselves just, when they think in their brain like, oh yeah, undocumented, blah blah blah, you've already started to move them towards your way of thinking.
I agree.
I ain't falling for no damn brainwashing. They're all foreigners. Illegal foreigners.
They're the enemies. I just call them enemies. Undocumented enemies.
I say, well, it's a big problem in my area. Is they come over on like a student visa or whatever and then never leave. So it's like at one point they were legal to be here, but then they just like go do whatever they want, and no one's like keeping track of it. No one's going back and going, hey, you were supposed to leave 20 years ago.
Yep. And the day that visa expires, they are they now illegally in this country?
The number I heard was 600,000. So that's what's going, like, on visas that people just skipped out.
Are you doing self-checkout?
I refuse to. I don't do self-checkout. I don't shop at Kroger, which is our supermarket that has the self-checkout.
I shop at Kroger because they don't care if you carry there or not. Open carry there.
Yeah, that's the one place when moms demand whatever attention from illegal mayors. They were like, we're gonna boycott Kroger, and Kroger's like, we're gonna follow state law. Kindly fuck off.
Yep.
And that they held their ground, and it was gonna be like, it was supposed to be like a big deal, and they're like, oh man, you're gonna go out of business. We're gonna boycott you so hard, and they're like, okay, and they're still around.
Yeah, around here it's been all the other stores going out of business. Albertsons and all them other places.
Albertsons, really? Because of the gun stuff?
No, I'm not saying because of the gun stuff. I'm saying just in general. A lot of stores have been bought out around.
So many mad mommies boycotted that they went out of business.
Well, I think Albertsons was probably a safe zone.
You can watch Vanilla Sky on YouTube if you look up Tom Cruise Action Movies HD 2016. That's how,
head trip.
that's how they're hiding it right now.
Vanilla Sky. That's gonna.
With that title.
That's gonna tell me everything I need to know.
No, ain't gonna tell you shit.
Oh.
Movie's rather boring.
So why are you recommending it?
Because on YouTube for free.
Oh.
Yeah, but then you have to like change the speed and all that stuff. Like, because I was watching.
I don't think the speed is messed. I don't think the speed is that messed up.
I was watching the Bruce Willis movie, Last Man Standing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch most movies. I don't watch on YouTube because of that speed. It's either like sped up or slowed down to get past the robots.
Wait, when you watch a movie on YouTube, you're saying it's sped up or slowed down?
Yeah, they do that to get past the Google robot from detecting what movie it is. Or the copyrighted material.
Yeah, they didn't used to give a shit about that. You used to be able to watch movies on YouTube all the time.
Well, I don't understand. So it's sped up or slowed down, but by like a microsecond or what?
Enough to annoy you.
Like, you want to listen to the Chipmunks?
Do I want to listen to the Chipmunks?
Yeah. Like, that's how it is on there.
Yo, Moon Food, how much you spending? You want to give me $100 for my Vickers AK sling? I rubbed it a few times. That's why it went up in value. I keep rubbing it.
I've actually started a new group called AR Gun Owners Against AK.
I just joined because I sold my AK. It's my last AK. And I don't know, I'm done.
Wait, what was that?
I'm selling my AK Vickers Blue Force Gear sling. And it's a really good sling. It's awesome. But
I got an AK.
Selling that shit.
What did you say, Brandon? You said something about you started a new...
I was joking. I said I started a new group called AR-15 Owners Against AKs.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, we all got to come together, man.
Well, Trump is pro AK, so we're sure.
Is he really? Oh, I'm going to vote for Hillary now.
Yeah, he's pro AK. He said an AK in every pot. It's his campaign slogan.
Well, if he's pro AK, I got to go to Johnson then, I think.
You said you're not even American if you don't have an AK.
What?
No, that's an AR.
They said you're not a backyard Bubba.
AR.
They said you're not a backyard Bubba if you don't have an AK.
No.
Backyard Boogie?
The official gun of tactical response, high-risk civilian Bubba class.
Have you ever taken one of Jaeger's classes?
I took 2 Jaeger's classes.
How were they?
Mine were awesome. But I did more of like concealed carry stuff. Not like running around, not militia training. Well, Tim, one was Tim Reed and Jay, and then one was who else? Then the other one was Jay and Reed.
Oh, right on.
And then
Which
Jaeger
one
was there.
The force on force.
That was Jaeger. Well, Jaeger was there, like doing the talking parts, but like the real instructors for the scenarios was Jay and Tim and Reed, but really it's Jay and Reed.
And Tim's a short guy that recently left there, right?
That was Reed.
No.
Reed left. I don't think Jay left.
No, Tim, the other guy.
Tim's the guy with the tall guy with the funny teeth.
Oh, okay.
With the mustache, he's like real funny.
He's a shotgun guy.
Yeah, he's a shotgun guy.
All right. I was thinking of somebody else.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Gary, the Gary, that's who they
Yeah.
that's who left there.
Yeah.
What do you
I like-
think about Jay? What do you think about Jay Gibson?
I think he's probably the most like squared away guy there. Like he's very serious and knows his shit, and is a good instructor. I mean, for the force on force stuff and the fighting pistol, I mean, he's watching you, man. So that's good. I think they're all pretty good instructors. That he wouldn't hire them, but you know, some guys are just like they took their instructor's class that he gives or whatever, and then they're instructors. But Jay's been there a long time. I think Tactical Response offers excellent classes for people who would train maybe once in their life. Like you take a class and that'll be it. You're done. You'll never do it again. You take fighting pistol and like they give you a lot of stuff in 2 days, a lot of repetitions that kind of like will stay with you for a long time, and they give you that great mindset type of lecture to make you think about how serious self-defense with a firearm could be, and all your responsibilities and stuff, and then they kind of send you on your way. Like when they teach that class, they don't expect to ever see you again, and it's sort of like a one and done, which is a lot of classes are like that. So, but some other classes, I think they expect to see you on like advanced pistol 2, 3, 4, 5, advanced fighting rifle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, like they treat it like it's a fucking a master's degree or something.
Like college or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like for fighting pistol from Tactical Response, they know, you know, on average, that's it. You're probably going to take that class and they'll never see you again. So they cram a lot of stuff in a 2-day. I'd say it's a 20-hour course, but I mean, and it's 1,000 rounds, and it's a lot of repetitions, and it's a lot of practice on left-handed shooting, malfunction clearing, a lot of stuff, man. So I recommend it. If you can get out and go.
So my question is, if you're in that and you're going to go to Tactical Response one time in your lifetime, is that the class to take?
Yeah, that's the class they say you should take. So, and I agree, because it's like, are you carrying a rifle for real? Like, if that's your job and shit, go ahead. But
right.
If you're a concealed carry guy, I mean, if my rifle left the safe, like for real, like I don't live in a big house. I live in a small apartment, so even my home defense gun is a pistol. You know what I mean? So, you know, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Plus, they expect you take that first, because that's got the whole lecture on mindset and stuff like this. So, anyway, do you want to take a rifle class and get out there and do a rifle class? That's awesome, but I wouldn't do it first, man. Most of us carry a gun. Most of us carry a gun every day. And that's, you know, I just think you're more likely to do stuff. Also, if you live in, I don't know where you live, but like, if you live in a city and you don't have a private range where you can go to and do these exercises and drills, I would get not only kicked out of my range, probably arrested if I did some of the stuff we were doing in an indoor range. You know what I mean? So it, you know, it's like what's the opportunities that you have locally if you can go out and do that stuff. But we were in 2 days. I mean, I say they start off with your draw, you know, your different draw strokes, get that squared away, shoot reloaded, one-handed reloading, shooting left-handed, shooting from the ground, shooting backing up, shooting from retention, all kinds of stuff, man. Long distance shooting, like for accuracy. You know, I'm trying to think, like hours on malfunction drills where they would make your gun go down with the snap caps. Like they would just hand you a handful of snap caps and they would say, load 1 round in each mag. And I was confused because I was like, well, if I load it myself, I'm going to kind of know where it is. You know what I mean? But the guy was like, just don't worry about it. He said, as long as it's not the first round in the magazine, and as long as it's not the last round, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So you start doing that for hours, and you kind of do forget. You forget which mag is which where the dummy is, and you just have no clue. Then they're doing these drills, so your gun goes down, and you got to clear it. And it's at random. It really did. Random. You're going to get this gun malfunction.
Yeah, right.
And that was fun to do because, yeah, before that class, like I always thought like, well, if my gun had a malfunction, that's pretty much it, right? Like you're done. After that class, after just a few hours of doing that stuff and clearing it and getting better at it, like you can clear malfunctions so fast that, you know, it's not really the end of the world. Where I used to think it would be like completely the end of the world, unless it's a double feed, or you know where you get that three point, you know, what is it they call it, a 3-point malfunction or something, where you get failure to extract, you get a round going into the chamber into the empty shell, and then you know your whole then that's a little bit more complicated, but that's one of the hardest to clear, and also it doesn't happen a lot, thank God. Most of the time you'll get like a failure to feed or a failure to extract.
Right, it takes the longest to clear because you got to strip your mag and you got to rack that slide.
Yeah.
And I got you.
Yeah. You got to lock the slide at the rear, whatever, you know, it is. But I recommend that class. I wish more people would do that type of stuff. There's tons of places to go, but they were also actually pretty affordable too compared to some of these other classes that are $100 more and stuff. And I know people like to bash them, but I won't bash that school. I won't bash them at all. I think it's fucking awesome. I think he had a lot of he definitely caught a lot of shit probably from the industry in terms of like teaching civilian stuff. That I think he was one of the first classes doing simunition stuff for civilians, because the companies that were selling the simunitions were really trying to make sure that it was for cops, law enforcement only, and military and stuff.
All right, here's my question: when you were doing your fighting pistol class, was Jay Gibson downrange taking pictures?
Yeah. No. Reed did it that day. Yeah. They do it on the second day, and people flip the fuck out about it, and we even had a student in the class flip out about it. But by the end of by the middle of the second day, or they know everybody. They know everybody's shooting. No one has fucking Parkinson's yet. No one's fucking shaking, missing their targets and stuff. So.
Right.
And the targets were pretty far apart, and then he kind of just like moseyed in the middle. Shock the shit out of you more than anything, because he moseys down there before you know it, kind of. Well, because you guys are talking or something like that, like you're doing a break, and then basically then they're like, go ahead, like what are you waiting for? Shoot, they're target, threat. They'll go threat. And everyone looks at each other like, what? Holy shit! It is what it is. We had one student started crying. It was a female. She started crying because she couldn't do it. And they talked to her. It's like, no, not a problem. But then afterwards, we all gather around, have that talk about everyone thinks it's going to be so easy and they're going to be so good and stuff. But they don't know what it's like to press the trigger where there's like someone down there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But then the other, Reed's whole point was like, was the front sight ever as clear as it was when I was standing there?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're so focused in on your front sight.
Right. And the whole thing is when they do that on your second day, I mean, if you can't do that and pull that trigger, I mean, do you think you're going to be able to in real life? If you break down into tears over something like that.
Oh yeah. She even said, like, I'm not sure. It was sort of like I think she was the sister of a student, and she wasn't so sure about carrying in the first place.
Oh,
But no, I
okay.
mean, that was like whatever. But I think their point was for the second day stuff is we know how you shoot. So don't like, we all knew everyone here at like 10 feet was shooting like a 2-inch, 3-inch group.
Right.
So like consistently. So you'd have to have a real bad day to fucking be, 4 feet off.
Yeah, no shit.
And hit read. But, they can't touch some of the stuff they do. I understand the controversy.
Yeah, I remember reading about it and seeing videos about how stupid they are for doing it, and then you hear James's or Yeager's, kind of explanation for it, and it's just like, they're different class. They're doing what they do shit different there,
50,000 students. I think they had one injury, and yeah, it was like, I think it's 50,000 students over the course of like 20 years, almost, not 20, almost like 15 years, 17 years, whatever it is. Only one injury, so they have a pretty decent safety record. I know.
You've told me about that guy in my area, Graham.
Yeah, he's awesome. It's rare to catch him out there though.
Well,
he goes in between DC and there.
Oh, you think it would be hard to catch him in my state?
I don't think he's not like doing it year round, so he's probably going to have a few classes, and if you don't sign up, then you'd catch him next year. It's not something like it's all month, every month of the year.
No, right. But I was just thinking it might be easier to get into him since he's based in my state and may do a class a month or 2 classes a month or something like that.
Well, also they tactical response travels a lot, man. So if you want to take the fighting pistol class, I think you can get in there. You can check to see their travel thing. And plus, I don't know how many people at the ranges and stuff, but if you want to become a host, all you need to do is get like 12 people. That's it. So if you can get 12 students.
Oh, and get the range to agree to it, you can host them.
Yeah, and then you get to take the class for free. You just need to I don't know, I would post like bulletin boards, maybe in forums or at the ranges and stuff if you were interested. Just for me, it's probably just too much. Plus,
yeah, I'd really have to. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'd really have to know somebody at the range and have a big circle of shooting friends here in my area.
Yeah, it's hard to do that, the hosting stuff. But that's one way to get them to travel to you.
Yeah, I mean, they're on my list, for at least one class. It's just a matter of when I can get out there. When I can, not even get out there, but when I can. When I can either get out there or catch them in an area close to me.
I look at it like it was 10 hours the first day, like 10 hours the second day. It's $500 or whatever it is. It's basically like you're paying $25 an hour for this coaching, and it's worth it.
But at the end of the weekend, you're looking at what, a $1,500 trip, basically.
Well, they traveled to me the first time I went, so I didn't have to pay for a hotel or nothing. Yeah, I mean, definitely oh, you mean for them or yeah, you have to get a hotel and stuff. If you go there, the hotels are really cheap though. But yeah, it would be like $180 for the hotel for the 2 nights.
And then the class by itself is what, like $500 or something.
Yeah,
and then
$500. And if you go there, the other thing is if you take the class, no matter where you take it with them. Oh, right, they just had a sale, like a 50% off sale, dude. See, if you go there, they have crazy sales. If you go to Camden, if you go to Camden, sometimes they have they just had a Labor Day sale. It was like 50% off, I think. The other thing they do is if you ever take a class, no matter where you take the class, if you ever want to take that class again, they'll only charge you 50% if you go to Camden.
Huh. Well, in his videos, he does say that he sees people more than once come through that fighting pistol class.
Oh yeah, I would do it again. I would take that. Like if I want, I would either take either of the classes I took. I would take again from him. I don't think I would take any other classes. Like I don't want to really take a rifle class, and if I did, I'm not sure it would be from them.
Right.
So I definitely wish I could. I would do fighting pistol again or the simunition class thing. Because that was a definite awesome thing.
Was the simunitions class, was that the fight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I just figured I'd wait because it's just wait a couple years.
Until you go to another one or figure out your next class? Hey, Brandon. Did DB just cut out for you?
No, I'm here. I didn't hear. Were you talking to me?
No, you were talking in mid sentence. It went silent. Unless you finished what you were saying.
Yeah, I was just saying about the 50% stuff. When you take the class, it's 50% off.
Oh, and you would wait.
You got to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a traveling class, they don't consider that a 50% off deal.
Right, and you were saying you in a couple years you may go take it.
It's already been like a year or two already. So yeah, I would do the fight again. Actually, there's a guy here where I live called Sage Dynamics. This guy's name's Aaron Cowan, and he's closer to me, and he does a lot of simunition stuff. So I was thinking of just going there because that's the other thing. The fight thing doesn't travel as much as the other classes.
Well, because they have their whole indoor stuff set up, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's probably why. But they definitely travel doing it, but not as much as the other class.
I'm guessing for that one, they only travel to places and put that class on if there is a, what are they called, shoot house available?
Yep. And it's the funniest thing in that class. Like, they were like, all right, we just want you to incorporate they were doing the draw, like slowly building on top of stuff, you know? So like, here's what we're going to do. Step 1, and then we're going to do step 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And eventually now we want you to step to the left or the right, you know, like whatever. But they don't care like where you step or move. They just want you to incorporate this like step. So the entire line, you don't know the guys next to you if they're going left or right. They're doing it on purpose. So you do like slap into the guy next to you and stuff, like, and they slap into you and shit. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so if the guy on your left goes right and you go left.
Mm-hmm, bam, yeah, you shoulder bump. I was still shooting a half-inch group at 30 yards. So, no, I'm just kidding, but it's fun.
I was gonna say you're shooting a lot better than what you're been currently working on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my shit at 25 yards is a fucking hot mess, but soon I won't need guns because I have I've been working on special powers.
Oh.
ESP. I got also I bought that flamethrower.
Jesus.
That $2,000 flamethrower.
Oh, the one that Yankee has?
Yeah, so I'm pretty straight now.
Hey, is
There you
that
go.
the one that's built in Detroit? Because there's some flamethrower company that is in like the suburbs of Detroit.
Hang on, let me look up Yankee's video and see if it says. He posted a link to it the other day when I was in chat with
I
him.
don't
But
think he said. I don't think he gave him a shout out like that. He definitely gave a shout out to Prepper's Gun Shop. I saw that.
actually, has Yankee made a video on the flamethrower?
Yeah, a couple of them. They're the only ones I'll watch. So I'm not watching like pro Black Lives Matter videos forever. Pro George Soros video.
Is that what the Black Lives Matter thing was? Is pro Black Lives Matter?
I'm just kidding, dude. I really didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I need to. All right, Yankee Marshall. Let's see. Yankee Marshall flamethrower.
Man, my internet's cutting out like fucking crazy. That's really getting annoying.
So, are you talking about the XM42 flamethrower?
I think that's the one. So I just saw this thing on Instagram. It's that dude from The Princess Bride, and it says, "You say you live in a free country, yet you keep arguing about what individuals should be allowed to do. I do not think you understand what that word means."
All right, Smeggy. So that's the XM42 flamethrower. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out where it's at or where it was made. Where's their contact info?
Your contact info.
You're gonna get a flamethrower? That's awesome.
No, I'm not. But Smeggy asked if that was the one out of Detroit, so I'm trying to figure out if it was or not.
I think everybody should own a flamethrower.
I don't got the money to blow on a flamethrower.
If Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton were on a boat together and it sinks, who survives?
Who cares?
America.
Right.
Hey, Smeggy.
So,
Troy, Michigan?
Yep. That's a suburb of Detroit.
Yep.
I thought so. I thought that was the one. Oh wow, that actually left a voicemail. Huh. Just got a call from unavailable, so I didn't answer it because I'm like, fuck that, that's normally a scam or some shit. But it actually left a voicemail, so I wonder if it was someone I know. Yeah, they should know better. They'd fucking text me. And I'll listen to it anyways. It might be some stupid-ass work guy.
So I wonder if Matt's gonna forego the geek goodness and talk about
The
politics today. What's that, Brandon?
I said that, important things like the future of America.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Island, we're talking about you currently, or no one's really talking at all. But if you hear this, this is live.
Yeah, I was just I just sent a thing in the text or in the chat.
We're live now, Island, right now.
We're not talking about much.
Nah, I don't feel like going to Matt's chat. So, I know that's probably starting. That's why everyone left.
I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of like the geeks thing. I do like the Wednesday nights though. That's my favorite one.
That's where I'm at. You know, he's invited me to the Monday night stuff before, and I've just been like, dude, I can't do it. I can't. I can't get into all the stuff you guys talk about there.
Like Battlestar Galactica and all that shit.
Yeah, and then we've been in chats, over the past few weeks, and I find we were chatting a little bit, and I told him, I'm like, I'm just not a fucking movie guy, especially sci-fi. And he's like, oh shit, that explains why you don't jump into the Mondays. Just like, yeah, because I would have nothing to say.
That's what I was trying to say. Dude, I don't know why. My computer's fucking lagging like crazy. But anyways, I like when it's the Walking Dead chats. I don't like the Fear the Walking Dead, even though I watch the bullshit. But because, like, no one seems to like it, they've just been talking about, like, movies I've never seen or don't really care about or whatever.
Yeah, like, I haven't seen probably 90% of the movies they talk about. Or I've seen them and they've just kind of gone to the wayside.
There better be something good on after this show. Yeah, not really. And so I like turning on like Animal Planet or Nat Geo or something when I'm in these chats because I could just like watch it on mute because it's just wolves chasing caribou or fucking bears eating salmon or something. Like it's just nature. I like that.
That's a good idea, because every time I'm in a chat inside, I got to turn the fucking volume down on whatever show I'm watching.
Right. Yeah, I just mute it. And I try like pausing it for a while, but my TV will only pause for an hour, then it starts playing. But like all afternoon I was watching I don't know, this stuff is about like India and Asia, like the jungles and tigers and shit.
Oh
And
my.
it was pretty interesting. But then the show just started. I ended up fast forwarding all the way through it because like I said, I was like an hour delay. But it was like people trying to like smuggle animals into the country. It was called like Busted. And I'm like, I don't really care about someone bringing in like a illegal blowfish or some shit. Like whatever, I don't care. And then the things that's coming after, it's like World's Deadliest, which that's kind of cheesy. I don't really like that show.
I like Monsters Inside Me. That shit's disgusting.
Oh, fuck that, dude. I'm a hypochondriac who hates doctors. Like, seriously, like, I don't go to the doctor or nothing, so that's why I say, like, I'm not necessarily a hypochondriac, but I can talk myself into having any disease or, like, any injury.
No, I hear you, dude. Like, it's mind over matter with me. Like, because like I'm the type of person like, oh, if I have a stomach pain, oh my god, my appendix is gonna burst. You know, like,
Well,
so I just don't even do it. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go take a shower.
So what you been up to today, Smegs?